Now to our very first story, Deputy Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayenini has cautioned the opposition New Patriotic Party not to jubilate yet about the Supreme Court's ruling directing the Electoral Commission to clean up the voters' register. Speaking on Saturday's edition of TV3's New Day, Dr. Ayenini said the Supreme Court's decision is not a victory for the NPP as being paraded by party loyalists.
Release that they sought. It was only declaration in respect of the reasonable credibility of the register that was upheld by the court. And this is commonsensical. It's something that we all know across the political divide as well as the EC itself. So that position was affirmed by the Supreme Court. Now, the release that they wanted, which would have affected the process, more comprehensively, was the two orders to set aside the register and compile a new one, and then also, in the alternative, to require that we all go back to validate our, registration, and that the court refused to grant. So for me, the plaintiffs lost the case in court. Now, if they are rejoicing because the Supreme Court, on its own motion, which it has the power to do, ordered that the register be cleaned up, that I think is something that the EC itself has been doing all this while. And in any case, it is not the case that for National Health Insurance card holders, the Supreme Court said that the EC should get suo motu delete their names. There is a process under CI 91, particularly rule, I think 27, which, you have to go through before you can delete names of persons that are otherwise unqualified to be on the register.
A lecturer at the Political Science Department at the University of Ghana, Dr. Seydou Alidu, says the ruling by the Supreme Court for the Electoral Commission to clean up the voters' register will add more momentum to several calls already made to the EC by stakeholders.
The Supreme Court, presided over by Chief Justice Georgina Theodora Wood, on Thursday ordered the Electoral Commission to take immediate steps to clean the current voters' register by expunging names of persons who registered using the National Health Insurance Scheme cards. This was after the filing of a suit by former National Youth Organizer of the People's National Convention, PNC, Abu Ramadan, and one Evans Nimako challenging the credibility of the current register. A lecturer at the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana, Dr. Seydou Alidu, says the ruling is in the right direction considering several calls from stakeholders.
The Supreme Court ruling has added more momentum to the already designed programs that they have. And that is going to make them be able to do this in a manner that will bring sanity to prevail in the run-up to the November elections.
He said an audit of the voters' register will enhance the electoral process.
The Supreme Court decision is one of the serious rallying points for a lot of stakeholders in this country. And I think the current verdict from the Supreme Court will be more pleasing to the moderate reformists within the MPP who think that now we just need to, the register is not good, and we need to audit it. We need to remove all the names of those who use National Health Insurance Scheme to register. We need to remove all the names of people who are there. We need to remove all the names of minors and all those things. So that will please the moderate reformers. But the hawkish who want a complete, holistic new voter register are not going to be so much pleased.